Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing says Friday like a couple of cold beers and talking about arguably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of the year. A game that every Vikings fan looks forward to year in and year out, no matter what the record is, no matter what's on the line. Vikings Packers border battle, round one. So, without further ado, let's do this. So, yeah. Again, regardless of what the record is, regardless of how each team is, you want to beat your arch rival. And, oh boy, would it be so sweet to take down the Packers. But also, honestly, though, if we lose to them too, I don't know, because I'm just going to go into this game, whatever happens, happens, because, you know, either we win and beat the Packers, which is always the goal, or we get one step closer to the ultimate end goal here and finally rebuilding and moving forward past 2021, you know, because let's just say so far, it's not lived up to the hype we all thought it would, but again, like I say, I've made countless videos about that. Anyway, back to the Packers here. Oh boy, we are definitely gonna be, it's gonna be mayhem. It's gonna be interesting because the Packers have some key injuries that are gonna be huge for them. Arguably, probably one of the biggest ones is Aaron Jones, and I think Jair Alexander's out for them. They're also down Zadarius Smith. I mean, they have some pretty key injuries, yet their defense is... Would you look at that? Their defense is actually freaking good for once. Jeez, only took you about 10 fucking years. Yeah, because that was always the biggest gripe with the Packers, is their defense not being able to stop anything. However, though, the Minnesota Vikings have always had a day against the Packers defense, especially in the run game. Because remember last year in Lambeau, it was the Dalvin Cook show. And because of Dalvin Cook, we literally were able to impose our will, stay in the game, and somehow pull off arguably the biggest win of last year. Well, because we all know how last year went. I don't think we need to get back into that. Anyway. But yeah, so round one, just like it was last year, will be at US Bank Stadium on Fox at noon, which kind of sucks. I was kind of wishing it'd be a, 4:25 game. But anyway, or maybe not, because we seem to do best at noon. But anyway, so yeah, like I say, they still have that bad man in Aaron Rodgers. Ugh. Gonna need to wash my mouth out after saying that one. No, but in all honesty, though, he is a Hall of Fame quarterback. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, the dude is a Hall of Famer. But, yeah, like I said before, he's going to be down Aaron Jones, which is going to be big for them, because Aaron Jones is as much a great pass catcher as he is, running back. A la Dalvin Cook. I mean, I mean, hell, they both wear the same number, for Christ's sake. So, yeah. That's basically the best comparison I'd say to Aaron Jones is Dalvin Cook, a guy that's not afraid to get the dirty yards, but is also a speedster. If you get him out on the edge, he's gone. So now they're going to be relying on A.J. Dillon to really be that bell cow, as well as, I think, Kylan Hill, is their backup behind A.J. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure, but I know that A.J. Dillon is probably going to be the workhorse. And, of course, Devontae Adams makes even the best secondaries look silly. So, our secondary is going to have their hands cut out. But thankfully, Pat P is back. Harrison Smith should be back. Anthony Barr is a game-time decision. Drink if you've heard that one before. He's kind of turning into the Xavier Rhodes from a few years ago. But, again, that'll be a different video for a different day. But, honestly, it might be getting close to the end of Anthony Barr in the NFL. I'm not even just saying that as a Vikings fan, saying he sucks. No, he's just constantly injured. He has a lot of issues, basically just staying on the field, both mentally and more importantly physically. So who knows? Anyway, so yeah, our defense is going to be on their toes against Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, A.J. Dillon. So, really, outside of those three big guys, though, I mean, yeah, they have some other guys, too, you have to keep an eye on. But like I say, with Robert Tonyan being out for the year, that's another big piece that's going to be sorely missed for them. But, yeah, and then kind of switching over, their defense, as I mentioned before, is pretty good this year. All things considered, they're like a top 3 defense or top 4 defense this year, which we'll see, because again, they're going to be down a couple key pieces, so who knows? And then we always have a day against them, so yeah, I mean, like I say, Dalvin Cook can potentially go off, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. Hopefully we run the same game plan that we did last week against the Chargers here. Open it up. Because, well, we can beat these guys. We have beat these guys with a lot worse teams. But, again, none of this conservative stuff. Like, conservatism doesn't work in this league anymore. I mean, just look at teams from the past. I mean, the Packers, case in point. I mean, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Browns. I mean, these teams live and die by their high-powered offenses, So, in a world where you can't be conservative, and we have the weapons to do it here, so. But yeah, I mean, again, going into this here, regardless of what happens, I want to see some cheese shredded this fucking weekend. Let's get her done, boys. Because nothing would make me happier than to beat the Packers. Nothing would make me happier than to beat the Packers. And we can. Again. At Lambeau Field last year, for example. Still trying to figure out how the hell that one happened. But anyway. So, and like I say, if this happens too, I mean, the NFC North, we're right back in it again if we can, get this W here. But, again, that's going to be a tall order because, again, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, need I say more? I mean, those two alone, will win you more games than they'll, cost you. But, so, yeah. We're going to have our hands full. They're going to have their hands full. It's going to turn out to be probably another close, nail-biting game, as a lot of these usually are. I mean, hell, last year it came down to a strip sack for the win, so. But yeah, I'll basically conclude this. So, let's get it done, boys. Let's go shred some cheese, Skol Vikes, puck the fack. Let's do this. And until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good day.